There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. There's a natural...
Again, the thing with me right now, I'm traveling so much, I haven't settled yet to a point to get things of their nature.
Okay.
But, like I said, Florida was something that I was very interested into,
Traveling.
checking it out, settling in for a while before I hit the tropics and more tropics because, that's the whole goal. But yeah, I think I'm slowing down to get to those levels now,
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna do Florida before, I kind of check the international scene,
Yeah.
But that's what I really want to do very soon. In about 5 years' time, I want to be out in the international scene. I mean, I'm connecting right now with people, but I haven't started traveling or nothing like that. So yeah, that's what I'm working on.
Where do you want to go internationally?
Well, originally I'm from Kenya, right?
Yeah.
So that's home. So Africa is home. So most definitely I'm going to be in Africa. I got some connections in Jamaica. I got connections in Honduras. So these are areas I want to check. I got plenty of family in Europe, but that's just to maybe visit. Maybe Australia, things of that nature. See the wild, rather, especially the tropical settings.
Yeah, definitely. Tropical is best for sure. I've been to Australia. Before. Yeah, I went to Darwin, Australia, not Sydney. I went to Darwin, Australia. This was back in 2002, like late 2002. I was in the U.S. Navy, and I ended up going to Iraq. And on the way from San Diego, California, where I was stationed, we traveled past Singapore, Saipan, Hawaii, Australia. We was about to stop in Thailand, but we didn't. And then we went into like the Gulf or whatever, like crossing the Red Sea. We did Bahrain, Kuwait, and Jordan. Man, so super sweet, bro, to like see the world, man, and the different cultures and each different country, like that's why I embrace clothing like this, everything, bro, like about nature, man. Like it's like guys that's like stuck over here in the hood in America, like in the hoods, like where I'm from, Detroit, Michigan, like they never see outside the box. So it's like they don't really know to appreciate everything as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like all they see is poverty when they walk out the door, bro.
Absolutely. They're very limited, and you'll be surprised, even personally, my journeys that I have, encountered things that I had no idea they existed, and when you experience them or you find out, it changes your whole outlook on different things, or it might even give you answers that you were seeking or you were looking for. So I think it's very important to kind of have that access and to have, the ability to connect the dots, because again, it can be very confusing not understanding, what's really going on.
Yeah.
And, most people who don't travel, are limited to just what they see and what they experience just around where they're at.
True indeed.
Yeah.
So like with you, bro, like I want real quick for you to like introduce yourself, to the viewers, just like, I guess, like, what you go by, let them know what you go by, let them know, kind of like your background, what you specialize in, and I guess, like, where you're looking to go and what you're looking to contribute to the world within the next 5 years.
Okay. Well, thank you. The opportunity to speak, with you and let you know what I'm about. I want to thank your viewers, for tuning in. By the name, I go by the name of Kamau Ra, or Kamau. Again, I'm originally from Kenya. And I personally, my journey being on the health side more so due to circumstances, rather. Again, it was due to a need that came about. I wasn't, functioning properly, having issues and stuff like that ever since I was small. So, along the way, I started looking and searching like, yo, what can I do? What can I use to help me? I didn't like hospitals. They didn't make sense to me. It seems that something wasn't adding up, And again, the information wasn't that available. So it was very confusing. But when it got to the point that now it was, you don't have a choice. It's either you really have to find a different way, or things are really not looking good or feeling right. So you're faced with that crossroad, and then you just, take a decision. That's what I did. I take a decision to search and see, what's out there. And along the way, I met people like Dr. Sebi, and listening to him, and, his understanding just resonated with me so much. I was like, wow, this is something that, again, is him being around, but I wasn't aware of it. Just like you say, people don't travel, people don't search, you don't find it because, you're not aware of it, and, when I discovered him or realized, wow, there's another way, or there's a way here that have some type of, you know, um, hope, right? Like you can see, okay, this makes sense, right? This
Yeah.
is making sense. It's something that I can at least kind of look into. And it was, it really triggered me, to really get deep into it. And when I first listened to Dr. Sebi's videos, the first one, when I listened to the first one, it was like a whole 3 months nonstop. I was just, I wanted more and more and more and more, I was just hungry for it, And
Yes.
it kept coming in, it just kept resonating with me. And I just kept diving and finding different things, and, started putting information that I was getting into action, I started, putting it into motion, and I started seeing results. And after that, I was like, wow, now this is for real. Like, okay, I can see, some differences that I just did, just putting it together, and, it kind of got me motivated even more to realize, wow, this is something very beautiful here. The way he was putting it is, again, all natural, so simple. That was so great about it. It was so unbelievably simple, like you could even believe it. If you was from another, school of thought or thought processes, you would look at it and say, man, nah, this guy never been to school. Look at him, what is he talking about? He just, smoking weed, talking about he learned from his mother. You just have to just, discredit him like most people did. Like, that's what I found online. And, that's what really attracted me even more. Because I was like, if this is, I was always leaning, or always leans towards the underdog, the person who is now popular. So, like, that's something that even made me even more curious,
Yeah.
And again, I went in, tested most things, started testing things, putting things to test, and they just kept showing me answers. Like, yeah, there's a way you can do this, put this together, or eat this way, and then you start feeling this way. It was something I could do, apply, and literally see it happening. I was like, okay, I like this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got into it, started helping some family members, putting some things together. They had some conditions that the doctors didn't even know what to do with it, because, most doctors actually just train into the chemical part of it, where they just, want to eliminate the symptoms. But if you're not looking at the root cause, then, you get to a point that you are not able to deal with this issue anymore.
Yeah.
Help a few family members, and they saw results, and I was like, wow, okay. So, it's working, right? So I'm like, okay, this is something definitely that I can see, and personally, I can attest to it, right?
Yeah.
So I kept doing it. Then I went on, kept, working with the community people. I started now realizing now the whole time I was just oblivious how sick people were. I just thought I was myself, the secret one, thinking, hey, I'm hiding this. I'm not even sharing with people because, now I'm feeling some type of way. Why am I sick? Did I do something wrong? So along the way, I realized, man, there's a lot of people suffering and there's a lot of stories being told that wasn't adding up. And, started doing some things, putting things together, food and the herbs together. And, you could see the results for yourself. And I was like, there's something here that really needs to be looked into. And that's how I really got into it, got serious, and kept working with the community. And, what I do now is just help people with your nutrition, right? As far as the foods and stuff like that. Then again, the herbs, we have found they're very powerful. They are full of minerals. They can be used to correct different issues that the body might have, different deficiencies that may be causing symptoms again. And, we approach, that type of, we approach health from that type of direction, with the biomineral balance, And that's what I've been doing for the last 7 years or so. And, it just keeps getting better and better. Right now I got a company that I run called Upendo Foods and Herbs that, we got food body detoxes that can help, systems of the body, all the way from the colon, the blood, the lymphatic system, the reproductive system, and just clean up the body and just assist it just to get the balance back that it needs to be able to, support itself and function properly. But, but it's been a beautiful, beautiful journey, connected with quite a lot of people who also on the same journey, also trying to create a balance because people realize, hey, there's no answer here. So we have to start looking for the answers. And again, people like Dr. said, we paved the way and laid the foundation. Like, hey, this is the foundation you guys can start from. And, it's been a beautiful, beautiful journey. And we've seen some beautiful results, that give some good energy.
Yeah, definitely, man. Man, like the platform that Dr. Sebi laid, man, is just immaculate, first off, and I definitely, see a collective picking that up, that journey, and carrying it on even further. One thing that I would have liked to see Sebi do was, I know he was connecting with a lot of kings and queens, on his journey to becoming, like perfecting the art of healing, right? I know he met a lot of kings and queens when he was doing his live speeches. He didn't have any other herbalist that was like accompanying him. I know that he had, a chef, an alkaline chef, at one point in time, but like other herbalists though too, like a chef as well, but other herbalists as well. Like, I think that would be like so beneficial, bro. Like if an alkaline community of love, right, could all unite under one force and just do a Healing the World tour. Just talking about what they each specialize in. It's hard though, bro, because, man, I've received hate, but I've also received like cold shoulders too, I guess you can call it, right? Where it's like, I'll try to reach out to a person, an herbalist, right? I won't say any names, but I've tried to reach out to herbalists that has been doing this for years before I was even, like they were connected to the source, It's like, I'll try to reach out to them and ask for guidance, ask for advice, tips, are you supposed to mix this with this? And what do you need to correct this organ? Or, things like that. And it was like cold shoulder, bro. Like no answers. It's like proprietary ingredients. You know, it's a secret. We can't give out the secret sauce or the formula. You know, and it was like, man, like the thing that I took from that was, bro, if you really got into this because you wanted to heal the world, you got to be realistic. I'm only one man. I can't heal the world by myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm one man. I can
Yes.
only reach out to a few thousand people or, you know, whatever pocket. Like this world is big, bro. This world is big. So if your real purpose and your real ambition is to heal the world, you have to collectively do that as a unit. You know what I'm saying? So I'll never try to keep secrets. I want to spread this as far as it can go. Formulas, I give them out to anybody that ever contact me for any kind of consulting, you know, or letting me know that they're dealing with an issue. You know, I just give them formulas, bro. You know, 9 times out of 10, people are very busy within their work careers and things of that nature, you know, so they'll just be like, hey, I ain't got the time to make it, but, you know, how much you know, well, go ahead and make that up for me. You know, so it's like, man, bro.
Absolutely. You gotta understand. I think your mic is got some echoes. Is it mine or yours? Can you hear that? Or just me?
Well,
all right. We'll just continue and see. Thought I had some echoes, but you gotta understand. Even with Sebi, if you listen to his story, he went through the same thing. We have been exposed to that type of system, right? That's what we see. We are a product of our environment. So even these brothers and sisters, these kings and queens that are attempting, you know, to create a balance, right? They are also, you know, dealing with their own issues. And that's the other part of the healing journey that a lot of people don't realize. You know, you got the self-healing, and you definitely got, you know, this urge or this purpose that you feel that you need to fulfill. You want to make a difference, but at the same time, you are stuck in a system that it shows you that, you know, the more money you have, the better life you live. So then you start looking at how does these people make their money. They show you that, hey, you gotta be, you know, secretive, right? You gotta be hiding, telling lies. That's one of the biggest challenge I had when I started in the business world, because you find a lot of those things in the business world. And again, it's very confusing because you're like, okay, I'm trying to live upright, but because of the standards of who I'm dealing with in the business that I'm doing, you know, you find like there's not room for that. So it's a very muddy water, right? So again, back to what I was saying about Sebi, he went through that and he couldn't find anybody. Like you said, he never found people that he could work with. The people that he interacted with kept giving him these signs that they're not to be trusted. You see, Sebi was a little advanced than most people would understand on a different level. He can see things that you listen to his first wife will even tell you. He can look at somebody who will look at somebody and tell him what was wrong with him. He had gotten to those levels. So he didn't deal with that many people because he understood their part about people, and especially men. If you look at him, you constantly hear him say he didn't want to deal with men, he wanted to deal with women. He felt like women were a little bit in a position to actually, you say healing is supposed to be with the queens, right? Because they're the one that nurture, you know, raise our children and all that.
Yeah.
So, you know, his idea was that. And then he realized, and especially if you know his story, is when he went out trying to make a difference, he found a whole different world out there, which really made him be like, wow, really? You know, this is what it is. So he set out to say, you know what, I don't care anymore. I'm just going to do my thing and with my purpose and keep doing it that way. And so he couldn't find no partners to join him. And with Mr. G coming on and doing the videos for him, that's, if you follow the story, is the time when he started really getting on and trying to figure out, okay, I've had this gift, I have proven it all the way to the Supreme Court, right? I've gone all over the world using my own money, trying to tell people, hey, I can help you for free.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're like, nope, you don't want your help. You see, so that really messed him up in a way, or got him in a state of not being able to even understand what's happening, or he understood, and then he like, okay, now it's very few people I can trust. So he went on his life and he did his thing. Sebi really did his thing that most people would not be able to do. He was offered plenty of money to sell out, but he didn't do that. He held that all the way till he went up. But we actually, I feel like we failed him. You see, we didn't join him, right? The people who was actually able to join him at that time, or the ones who was, he had a team definitely, but it wasn't as tight. He helped all these celebrities. He had all these people who claimed to rock with him, but he went out in a way that wasn't acceptable by my standard. That was really not acceptable. There was like something that didn't really make sense. But again, not to dwell on that. This is the idea of what he was trying to preach. With everything you see himself talk about love, we are still missing the love. The love is still missing in the equation, and some people don't even know, excuse me, what's the definition of that? This thing that we call love. And now, if you don't have self-love, you can't give it to nobody else.
Exactly.
You see what I mean? And that's the issue. When you deal with people like that, you find people like that. It's not that, it's that their intentions are that. It's just that their environment, they haven't gotten to that stage yet to be able to, realize how, beneficial it can be just to vibrate on the opposite of how they are vibrating. I mean, and it's so, again, it's so simple. You can look and see it right in front of your eyes. You can look, for example, at the healthcare system, right? You see a lot of referrals. All these specialists refer their clients, down the circle that they are connected. You can see that, right? This is how they rock. This is how they build their systems in a way that they benefit, and they benefit each other. So they got that going on. That by itself can let you know it's a successful system. But again, you're dealing with people when they want to be, due to whatever they're dealing with, their traumas, they're not able to process all the way through to see how a system can be beneficial versus how just they momentarily, gain, and most of the time it's all about people not wanting to admit that, hey, this person is doing this better than me, right? And now everybody want to do it all, right? Whereas somebody can take just whatever they're good at. We all good at something, and we are all capable of producing something so magnificent that we can share, and just that's enough. But it's like the competition. That's the word I was looking for. The competition is so high and so unnecessary. It's like, I guess we have been taught to compete against each other.
Yeah,
what I mean? It's like we don't have a team anymore. It's the same thing as playing games. These games that we are all thrown in, that we are playing, most people don't even realize we are playing games. We are playing against each other. We don't have a team yet. So, most people don't realize that. And again, because of survival mode, when you just have just a slim chance or just an opportunity, you feel that you need just to, it's all about you now, and it gotta be about you, it have to be about you and nobody else. And rightfully, everybody's supposed to have that type of vibration, but it's better if we all did it together in a way that we can identify, you do that, I do this, you do that, and this one do that, and we can bring it together in a way that is a beautiful way. And this is something I've been struggling with myself for a while now, because I went through the same thing that you went through. You deal with people that you think they're highly you would think that their energy, because online, obviously, they got all this positive energy, right? Then you reach out and, they give you a cold shoulder. You're like, wow, okay, so what's up with that? Then and you can't really judge anybody because you don't know what they're dealing with or what anybody going through or how they're viewing you, because other people are viewing you like you both of them or you're underneath them, you are less than them. So all those are issues that we deal with that we have to work with. And diet is for sure what we have seen that corrects most of these issues, angers, emotionals that we are not able to control. You go to the plant-based alkaline diet and you can see how things can change from there. But then again, most of these people you find they're not walking the walk. Some of them are talking the talk, but they're not walking the walk. But then again, like I said, that's the world we're living. We just gotta find people that you can connect with and vibrate on their energy, and just don't worry about the other energy at this time, because we don't have time for that. We passed that now. The discussion is enough for the discussion. It's now time to do, and we gotta do this if you're to make a difference.
Yeah,
Definitely.
True indeed, man. I'm just grateful for the stars finally aligning right now. I really feel like we can make positive movement now. Me, you, it's a few other different herbalists. Mrs. Dr. Savior being one of them. Collectively together, man, it's like it's an upward vibration, bro. Just selfless. People, genuine hearts. Self-love, like you said. It has to be the foundation for sure, first and foremost. Which is why you see I got the natural naughty dread, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, man, it's like it's free form, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm outside of my mind now. You know what I'm saying? Like, where I used to be in my thoughts a lot when I was younger. What is she gonna think about me? What they gonna say about me? I don't care now. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
That's what we say in your mind, and that's another part that right now, I got a mentor that really opening up some things for me, and the understanding of how the mind can be, one of the worst masters, right? But at the same time, can be one of the best servants, right? And as long as you can find a way to make it be the servant and not the master, then there's unlimited potential of what you can do. But on the flip side, if it becomes the master, you're just a zombie, right? It controls you, just like a computer with a virus, So, it's very important, to have that thought processes section, in check, and a lot of us really, really got, that part just, backwards, really, really backwards. Me personally, looking at my journey, I can see, wow, I was at that point, and not to say I'm that far off now, but I can see just the difference that I've experienced so far. It just, wow, it's just something just to look at and say, how much more is there? That myself have been made this difference. How much more? And it's a continuous journey, and it becomes just so fulfilling. Once you start, engaging it, and realizing what it is, the process, trusting the process. It opens up just a whole different wow, that you're like, wow, I can't believe this wow was never here, right? Because it's inspiring. Everything is inspiring, but it's happening right in front of you, and you're able to look at it and see another way that you would have been in the same time frame, but the same. I mean, the environment would be different because of maybe the choices that you'd have made or the thought process that you'd have went through, right? And you can see just changing that can change everything.
Yeah.
So again, diet, colon is connected with your brains. We know that even scientifically have been proven, right? We have tested, just cleaning the colon can just open up a whole lot of, things that, just could not even, don't seem connected.
Yeah.
But they are connected. You clean up the colon and the issue just disappears, right?
Yeah.
So again, the body and understanding nature and how everything is connected, all the elements and the base and all that, some of the things that we got to start talking about, because a lot of our people, got the herbology book there.
Yeah.
A lot
You
of
know,
our people don't understand it, huh?
no, I was just gonna say, in this book right here, this is where I learned that in order to treat any dis-ease, or even to cleanse the blood, you have to first change the environment of the digestive tract.
Right.
First change the environment of the digestive tract, then you can cleanse this organ or the blood or that organ.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, colon is the factory where most things are made, right? This is one of the bases. Like, okay, this is one of the foundations. Again, with the diet, this is why it's all broken down, and now you start dealing with, metabolism systems, right? Metabolic systems, uh, cells, and things of that nature, right? And all the other billions and trillions of biochemistry that goes on in the body. This is the base of it, right? And this, you have to go to look at the root cause to be able to identify or come up with a solution to an issue, right? And colon is one place that is definitely have to be addressed. And again, when you go to the colon, you look at the foods that you're consuming, processed foods and things that could be too harsh to the colon, or doesn't dissolve in a bio manner, right? They don't rot and stuff like that. Then you start understanding, that environment. If you create again the environment, an environment that is filthy, then they're gonna produce some filthy things, right? They're gonna back up a lot of this filth, which is gonna combine with a lot of the other chemistries and the rest of the systems that helps remove the waste. And now all these backups start becoming a lot of the issues that we see, a lot of the chronic issues. And the thing, it takes a while. People don't realize it's not something that's going to happen overnight. It just happens along the time. It might take decades for you to get to those cancer levels, but along the way it will definitely back up and become that. And we are seeing that. So again, we gotta eat, we gotta live, we gotta survive. Your body is one of the most important, or the most important, aspect of you, right? If you don't have good health, nothing else moves. You don't enjoy nothing else. So that should be like your number one priority. Nothing else should matter before that. But most people don't even think about it. We are so conditioned to just follow a system. Again,
money.
To money, right? It's all.
They think dollars is wealth. No, health.
Yeah. That's right. So, that's what we have found, and it can be so simple, but it's something that have to be put in practice, and the effort have to be brought forth, because that's the idea. Most people want just something that is simply a fix, fix this right now. How do you fix it? It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? You really have to get into it, get into the process, and it's a natural process. The same way you see nature blooming or taking seasons and taking things of their nature, we vibrate the same way with the sound, with all the elements. It's all connected, and connecting it or understanding how it's connected is one of the most important things that anybody can do to live their life, in a pain-free, lifestyle,
Yeah.
Again, as you see with the COVID, environment now, most people again are not sure. You can tell most people don't know their health, right? They depends on somebody else, the doctor, to tell them, how or what, about their health. And this is one of the troubling things, because if you depend on somebody else, that means that they got control of you. They can decide to do whatever they want to do with you anytime, at any given time, and you don't have nothing but to obey. It's like, okay, if you're gonna do this or not, it's like, okay, it's a very troubling stage, and I don't know if many understand it. And some of the signs that we see, or some of these things that shows up, are like lessons, right? To check you, like, yo, you checked up. What can you check this? If this happened, are you good? Are you able to figure it out? Are you able to work it out? You know what I mean? Or are you able to, are you gonna be in a position where somebody else can control you? Because even slavery, that would be the same definition, right? Where somebody like this vaccine they're talking about now, they can stop the whole operation, right? Say, hey, you're not vaccinated, you can't do nothing. You can't go to school, you can't go to work. Now, you can't go to work, you can't make no money. You can't make no money, you can't eat.
Yeah, buddy.
You see? So they got you in a vice, and if you're not aware or you don't understand what's really happening, it's very easy for them to just switch up and do whatever they want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So health is very important, and I'm excited myself to start, doing some of these panels and inviting some people to just talk and just have a conversation. Let's talk to our brothers and sisters, our kings and queens, out there. Let's have a conversation. See what can we do. You name some issues. Let's start addressing some of the issues. Like, why are we behaving like that? What's lacking? What is still lacking? Let's start putting some things together, some events together. Let's come up with some systems that can work for us. We gotta start doing it. Nobody else is coming to do it for us. If you don't do this, they ain't coming. Our ancestors are there watching and guiding us along the way, but we're gonna have to do this,
Yeah, we got a lot of angels. We got a lot of angels, like you said, watching and guiding us for sure, But like I said, bro, the ones that got the love within, those are the ones that we're looking forward, to uniting with, me and brother Kamau. So, definitely, if you all are about love, self-love, and you're a herbalist, you're a biochemist, you with some sort or branch of natural healing, you believe in alkaline biomineral balance, definitely connect with us. We're gonna start doing some Q&As here real soon. It's gonna get really, really unique because we are all pretty much familiar with what Dr. Sebi has done, but who knows what he was about to do. So what me and this brother here, Kamau, is about to show you all is what was about to happen. We're gonna pick up the legacy. The marathon must continue. Definitely. Hey, bro, we gonna have to give him a part 2. Definitely, bro.
We got some things to talk. You already know. We got some things to talk that we're gonna put together for them, and hopefully, like you say, just create a balance here, or create another environment that people can vibrate on. Let's find that, and hey, we ain't got nothing else to do. We ain't got nothing else to lose. We done lost enough already. we can't go nowhere but up. That's how I look at it. So there's no need to keep waiting for tomorrow or not doing anything. This is it. You got to do it. Whatever it is, let it be. Nobody knows the future, like you said. All we got is this moment, and we got to put it in right now, and hopefully the future can be brighter. You know what I mean?
Straight like that.
Most definitely, yes.
Yes, I.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, gratitude is key.
There's a natural mistake.